Alright, I'm just trying to make sure that the stream is working. Alright, I want to humbly apologize for the delay in the stream. I had a PT test today and I did not do as well as I should have. I did pass. I did pass. I got an 85. I wanted to get a 90. It was the mile and a half that I didn't do so hot in. I ran it in 1450. I want to say when I normally come in at like 12 or at the lowest 13. But yeah, I did not do so good. So, but that's okay. That just gives me a baseline for improvement. And the PT tests are going to change for the Air Force anyway. We're going to have to do it twice a week, or not twice a week, twice a year. So you know, it is what it is. So be it. So so I did that, and then I got the what's it called, and then I had to make sure that everything was working, for the stream and all that stuff. But today we're gonna finish these going away gifts, and yeah, we'll start that real quick, or not real quick, but we'll start painting again. Hope everyone is doing okay. Oh, I need some water. Yeah, this is the problem with doing PT is you feel like you don't have enough water, and then you do, and then now you're drinking too much now. Oh goodness gracious. Whoo. Oh, did good on everything else. Did got a 17 on my sit-ups. Well, 17 scored 17 on my sit-ups. Got 43, and then did the hand release push-ups, which those are fairly easy, right? They're not too hard. They're simply you do 40 and you get max points and or max that out. And I had like a minute. I had like 40 seconds left or 30 seconds left to spare. But yeah, it just kind of pissed that I beefed the run. But that's okay. Life happens, or like mistakes happen. The question is what do you do after you get your results and you're not happy with it? And the answer is, you improve. Because if you don't improve, you're just going to get worse. Which means I got to get back into a more a more aggressive workout regimen. Which I knew that was going to happen anyway. But now that it's staring me in the face, hey, it is what it is. 85 is still an 85. Which is, it's not great, but it's not bad. So, alrighty. What do I want to do? Well, I got to do these. I got to do this. So, I hope everyone's doing okay. Algie, how have you been? I know we haven't chatted in a hot minute. I was supposed to stream last night, but we had an administrative incident. Not incident. We had an administrative issue come up, paperwork wise, that required my full attention, and so I couldn't. Like let it be. Like it was my responsibility. So I'm just like I can't just I can't just not, or I can't ignore um, the I can't ignore basically the I can't ignore it basically. Like I'm responsible. So I learned how to do push-ups, so that's good. Oh, good. I'm glad you learned how to do push-ups. I'm glad. That's important. Like I don't want to be like this, you know. I don't necessarily want to be harping on um, uh, things outside of everybody's control. But if you can, uh, you should always try and do like self improvement, right? Um, I never want to fat shame anybody or judge everybody for their bodies. Everyone has a um, different type of system, right? Right, biologically wise. Um, but as long as you are working on yourself, and as long as you are building, uh, building up to that next level, and do it in increments. Don't be like, I'm gonna go 110%, brother. Let's go. I mean, you can, but what I've found in my experience is it's unsustainable, right? So work yourself up to those levels, particularly when it comes to physicality, right? When it comes to working out, when it comes to exerting yourself, build yourself up, because the older you are, the harder it is to maintain a very high stress workout regimen. And if you get injured, the longer it's going to take you to get back to where you should be. So, increments. Take it in increments. Moderation is key. And I know that's like pot calling kettle black, but, you know, 110%, let's go. In the words of the generation, fuck it, we ball. But any like just like in painting, everything in moderation, right? Um, any new hobby that you start, any um, new interest that you start, do it in moderation. And again, I know that's like pot calling kettle black, because it's like, Commissar, you stream for 24 hours at a rip. I get that. I get that. Hypocrite, thy name is Commissar. But everything in moderation, whether it's your hobbies like painting, Warhammer, whether it's physical therapy or physical fitness, whether it's um, uh, you know, learning whether it's going to like school and whatnot. Like eventually, if you push on the gas, you're gonna have to take a break, because if you don't, you'll burn out. That's the long and short of it. So I will get off my high horse now and start painting, but I feel like, we're chatting about it. That should go without saying. What have you been doing, Algie, aside push-ups, learning how to do push-ups and whatnot? Bought the new Witcher book, reading that. Ooh, is it good? Is it a continuation of the story? I thought. the publisher or the writer or the author of the Witcher book died. Like, is this like a compendium, or is this like, or maybe I'm thinking Terry Pratchett in Discworld. Hold on. Now I want to like check my credentials. Okay. Yep. He is very much alive and not Terry Pratchett. It is Sapkowski. Yeah. I am a moron. He's 77 though. Ah ha ha. Okay, so he's getting up there in age. For some reason, I thought Terry Pratchett. I got him confused with Discworld, I think. Damn. Ah, that's all right. That was a rookie mistake. I am a nerd, I promise. Whoo, son of a bitch. I'm enjoying it. It's Geralt's first adventure. Ooh. I put my nerd cred on the line and I was found wanting. Fuck. Ah, damn it. I think I got Terry Pratchett like stuck in my head. I think I was reading about him like recently. I knew that he died. Damn, I can't believe I made such a rookie mistake. Oh, that's embarrassing. It's okay. We're all human. How long's the book? I'm curious. Because I think most Witcher books are like 400 pages. Like they're not that. I mean, they're a decent read, but they're not like it's not like Tolkien style like length. That's actually one series asides the Netflix that I really wanted to get into reading is The Witcher. I would really like. My translation is 312. Oh yeah, so it's a good read. It's a standard adult book read. Oh, okay. All right. Cool. 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 Yeah, I like that. Ah, oh man, please don't tell me I lost that pistol. Oh, thank God. I. All right. Those parts are so tiny. They really are. That's why I prime them black because if I didn't prime them, well, I prime them black for two reasons. One, they stand out in contrast to a beige carpet, and then two, most of the armors that I paint in are black, primarily a black armor, so it just kind of works for me. Um, I'm pretty sure other primer colors would stand out on a beige carpet too, but oh my lord, I could not do. There are some baseline colors like the Talaran or the Talarn guardsmen who use beige as like their base color. Who else uses beige for their base color? The Tau. A lot of Tau units are beige or burnt ochre. Oh my lord. I could not imagine spraying that and then losing pieces. Oh, I'd be looking for ages. Bubba's. Yarick, pal. Are you sleepies? Oh, yeah, hi. Yarick was over there making noises and grunting. And he did the big yawn thing. Oh, you were still yawning. You're still yawning, pals. What's wrong? Yeah, go into your kennel and just chill. We're okay. You're fine. I promise. You just sleep. He was up a lot last night, and so was I. But I was up because I had to do work. I had to fix some things. You're fine, pal. Hey, Quackamole, how are you? How have you been? You're all right? Just all right? Well, I'm glad you're just all right. I mean, you could be better, obviously, but I'm glad you're okay. What you been up to? Watching the bear. If my finance would be, I'd be better. Oh well, yeah. I mean, that's everybody. Currently, that's me right now. Just the with everything that's going on with Congress and the shutdown. What is watching the bear? Is that like a anime or like an episode stuff? Watching the bear, or are you talking about Russia? In which case, who the bear's a show. Oh, okay, all right, that's what I thought. I don't know that show. I think I've seen clips of it. Um, what's it called? I've seen clips of it online. It's like this. The chef is, I forget the actor's name, but he's got blonde hair, scraggly hair. He's always like smoking in a scene. Um, uh, he's cussing out. Sometimes he cusses out other chefs. Um, I think at one point, exactly, that's the show. I think at one point, he's yelling at somebody that was above him, and he was just like, you gave me ulcers and all that stuff. Jerry Allen. Well, okay, all right. Yeah, 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 yeah. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I was always interested, but never like fully keyed into it. The only reason why I was interested is because, you know, I I like cooking, and I like, not seriously like Michelin star style, but I do enjoy a good, I do enjoy experimenting with cooking and whatnot. Yeah, I mean, I've been interested in that. You've probably seen a scene where his cousin drops a bunch of Xanax and the kid. No, I have not seen that scene. The only scenes I've seen is him. The only scene I have seen of him is he's talking to other chefs as they're cooking, and there's one chef that he's not necessarily yelling at, but he's basically saying this dish is shit. It's not up to standard. Do it again. And then that particular chef, I think she was African American, or maybe like um, a Caribbean islander. I think she was just like, this is fucked, whatever the case is. Because I remember her having an accent. I just couldn't peg what. Um, yeah, that's his sous chef. That's his sous chef. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, okay. That's the scene I keep seeing. I didn't see the other one. No, that's Tina. Yeah, yeah, and she's an older. She looks like an older lady. I can't, like I said, I've seen it like a handful of times. Don't quote me on it. But it, again, super interesting, really cool. Definitely, I think it's definitely something that would be up my alley. Because I do enjoy a good cooking show. Um, yeah. Okay. All right. All right. She calls him Jeff, not Chef. Ah, okay. All right. Yeah, I couldn't remember. Yeah, that's the only scene I've seen. But yeah, okay. That's a, again, very cool premise. I'm not. I just haven't picked up the series. I haven't really actually watched a whole lot of TV, to be quite honest. It's kind of it's kind of frustrating. I think it's pretty early on. Like I know that there are some great TV shows that are out there, but I haven't honestly sat down and watched a TV show, a legitimate TV show. Because, my priorities have changed slightly. They even have that's one of the Sunny in Philadelphia guys, right? Always Sunny in Philadelphia guys. Black hair, sometimes has stubble, kind of short. He's always like, yeah, 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 shh. If I remember him. Oh no, that guy. That guy. Yeah, he's a cooking. Yeah, 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 yeah. I know who you're talking about now. Really, the only cooking YouTuber I watch is, well, I watch two. Um, Binging with Babish, he's really good, or yeah, or Baking with Babish, one of the two. Um, and then Cooking Throughout History, who that particular YouTuber, I forget his name, but I love the Cooking Throughout History because it's so interesting to see, like, because food is integral to survival, right? So it's interesting to see what very, very, very long standing, um, you know, historical societies did to break bread. My favorite is the when he goes into, um, the more Asian cultures, Asian dishes, all that stuff. Um, like ancient Hindu cultures and all that stuff. Because I think that's amazing. Because obviously they had like cardamom, you know, uh, and all the like truly available spices, right? Yeah, I mean you had spices in Europe and whatnot, but not to the extent and not to the variety that you had in India and China and you know um, Japan, Korea, all that stuff. So I always am fascinated when he does those. Um, and that's also primarily because for some reason the Europeans were so limited when it came to that stuff. Um, and that's why they colonized a shit ton. But yeah, no, I love those kind of dishes and whatnot. Now, am I good at cooking? Absolutely fucking not. I like how it's not just about cooking, but it's about how people become better with change. Like Cammy, the head chef, is yelling at Tina, and they all come together and support him. It's really nice. Yeah, I mean, yeah, most TV shows nowadays, it's unless it's like a crime procedural, um, they don't they they do focus on the human element, right? And they should, rightfully so. Um, and I mean, even crime procedurals like Blue Bloods focused on the family, the Reagan family, a little bit. I think they could have done, you know, because it's a crime procedural, they focus on the crime aspect, but you know, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's always nice. Trying to get this clothing squared away. And of course, you see the food. I wouldn't say the good food, but it always looks nice. I mean, so that's the thing is that as a society, right? All societies in general, when it comes to food, you eat with your eyes just as much as you eat with your mouth, right? Um, and that's the thing that I think people do forget is it presentation is just as vital as edibility. Now I'm not so hoity-toity that I believe that food, that if you make quote unquote art with your food, that it will increase, right? Uh, the that it will make up for portion slash, you know, taste. Um, and I mean portion in the most respectful manner, right? Like your boy over here is on the seafood diet. I see food and I eat it. Um, I am big back status when it comes to food, and I really shouldn't be, but um, it's one of those things where you just have to like as I was talking earlier about my PT stuff, my physical test and physical training stuff. It's something that I have to adjust. I'm no longer this. The food is kind of pretentious, but hey, I would still taste it. I think when you talk about a Michelin star chef, um, particularly someone that is unknown. I mean, I know the actor necessarily isn't, or may have had some not official training, but some training when it comes to cooking and all that stuff. Um, I don't necessarily know what was in his particular contract when he signed up for the bit, whether he had to actually take cooking classes or all that stuff. Um, but uh, when you talk about Michelin style food and Michelin style requirements, um, I think pretentiousness comes with the territory. Not that I'm trying to say that you should be pretentious. Absolutely not. You should always be grounded, and you should always be, have your pulse to, the common person. Well, they definitely probably had actual training with actual chefs. Like I said, I'm pretty sure in most cases, unless you have an amazing prop department, um, and most prop departments are pretty damn good at making fake drinks, fake, you know, alcohol, fake, because there's laws against actually drinking on set. Fake glass, right? Breakable stuff. Like I'm pretty fucking sure that a props department could make something akin to edible food that looks realistic, that acts like food, but you don't, obviously you just see the food as it's coming through, right? Um, uh, there was a behind the scenes thing with I want to say it was Babylon 5, and they talked about how they used some food on the set. And I think it was Richard Biggs being like, "Please don't make me eat this," because he had a very simple. I guess he was very particular about what he was seen eating. What scenes he ate in. Richard Biggs, for those of you that don't know, was the late Richard Biggs. For those of you that don't know, on Babylon 5 was Dr. Franklin. Oh, the scene where Garibaldi cooks for Franklin. Yes, 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 that one. I'm so glad someone picked up on it. Yeah, I think in one of the outtakes, I think you could actually look it up on YouTube. There's it's that very same scene, and he's just like he's he's twirling his fork, and he looks down at his food and then looks at the camera and says, "Please don't make me eat another bite of this." Something like this, something like that. Um, and then there was like a commentary of like, it wasn't that he didn't like the food; it was the fact that he was on like a very strict dietary thing or something to that extent. I can't remember exactly. But yeah, I can guarantee, especially if the actors are putting it in their mouths and swallowing it and all that stuff, like putting if the actresses are drinking or eating, actually consuming on set, it is actual food. But I think that there are scenes that the props department makes food with. Oh my god, it came at the right time as he was fitting a cough. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Well, we were talking about shows that were about cooking. Earphone explosion. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I really should probably key down my mic. Hold on. Problem is that like I don't know where to adjust this. Does that work? Am I too quiet? Test test. Too quiet. Okay. All right. How about that? Is that better? I never know with this damn microphone. A little more. Test test. Perfect. Okay. All right. Yeah, so I recommend The Bear. It's a fun show. No, 100%. 100%. And I will always recommend Babylon 5. I To this day, even though it was in the early 90s, to this day, it has never not remained it has never not remained relevant. Like J. Michael Straczynski is a fucking prophetess or prophet, someone who does prophets. Like, even though it's out in outer space, and even though you're talking about aliens and whatnot, and you're talking about a far off government in the future and all that stuff, there has never ever there. I watched it the other day, and I'm like, God, this episode is hitting so close to home right now. Like it is. Ooh, it is eerily similar how it is hitting so close to home right now. Particularly season 3. If you guys know what happens in season 3, don't I'm not going to spoil it for you, but it's uncomfortably close. Londo's monologue at the end of the show where he explains why humans are so special in Babylon 5 gives me chills, and the music. Is it Londo or is it Jakar? Cuz there's I think what you're talking about is Londo monologuing about the Battle of the Line and how like that I think the one that you're talking about is Londo's monologue at the Battle of the Line. Um cuz Jakar monologues about the humans, and Jakar's monologue about the humans is just oh, it's so lovely. Like I if they ever remake that show, because I know everyone's been wanting it. A lot of Babylon 5 fans have been wanting it. Now I'm in the minority. I say leave it as is. If you want to remake it, yeah, that's the Battle of the Line. That was a special mini series, a special movie. So that was before Babylon 5 episode season 1, right? Um so for me, don't you want to update the footage and all that stuff of all the space battle portion of Babylon 5? Perfectly fine. Leave the footage of the cast the same. Do not do anything else. One, because Jakar's actor Andrea Coltress is dead. Um, you know, Delenn Mia Furlan is dead. Um, uh, Peter Jursk, I think, is dead. Walter Koenig, who plays Bester. Peter Jursk is Lando. Walter Koenig, who plays Bester, I think died recently. Peter Doyle, or sorry, Jeremy Doyle, who played Garibaldi, died a while ago. The actor who played Zack, Garibaldi's second in command, who was introduced, and I want to say it was season two, season three. I think he's dead or near dead. Like, I think the only two actors off the top of my head seems to be still alive. Okay, all right. But I mean, the man's got to be pushing 70, maybe 80. Um, Basically, a majority of the 75. Okay, all right. That's what I thought. A majority of the main characters are fairly old. I think the only people that are, besides Peter Juris, that are just shy of 70 is like Bruce Boxleiner. Although now I take that back, he's probably 72 because he was in Tron, the first Tron, the Disney Tron, like the original Tron. Uh, so I think he might be pushing 70, maybe 80. So Bruce Boxleiner, Claudia Christensen, Bill Mummy, who played Lanier. Claudia Christensen played Susan Ivanova. Tracy Scoggins played the new captain in season 5. I forget her name. I think it was Lockhart or something. Oh, why am I getting a pin? A ping. I should have been muted. Okay, I'll take a look at that later. That should have been muted. Oh, maybe it's because I didn't. I'll fix that later. But yeah, a lot of them are fairly old. Like they'll still do the voice acting bits, but it's just sad to see Michael Sinclair. Yeah, he's gone. He was also suffering from Alzheimer's too at the end of season 1. So that's why they pushed him off to the side. He was starting to. I don't know if it was fully Alzheimer's or if it was just like dementia or like a dementia adjacent. Um, yeah, a lot of the. I don't know about Andrea Thompson, the who played Talia Winters, and I don't know about Lita Alexandra. I don't know if she's still alive, which is really sad. Now I'm like listing a bunch of actors that I adored in Babylon 5. Like they were just perfect. Um, it's it's really upsetting. Solid, solid series. Solid series. If you guys have not watched Babylon 5, you really should. But yeah, I'm in the minority. I don't think that it would ever be remade. It would be One, it would be incredibly hard to cast. Two, um, it's not Alzheimer's. Okay, all right. It was worse. Oh no. I thought it was Alzheimer's. Oh no. I mean, Alzheimer's is pretty bad. Eek. Well, yeah, that's. I mean, anything that when it comes to mental decline, and he died of a heart attack. Eek, yeah. Anything when it comes to mental decline like that is really bad. You know. But yeah, the point I'm getting at is that it'd be very hard to cast, and we already know the story, so unless it's something new, I don't think it would do well. Like I think people would watch it. I think it would do well with newer audiences, but I don't think for the vanguard or for the veterans and the true, you know, hardcore fan. Well, I say hardcore, but the true like veterans of the fandom. I don't think it would go over as well, right? I don't know if you could capture the sheer star power of Babylon 5 cast. Well, that's the thing. It wasn't about star power. I mean, I when I say Bruce Boxleiner, unless you actually know who I'm talking about, you don't know who Captain Sheridan is. Like Claudia Christensen, she might be a known name because she's been in a lot of other things, but as a side character, I can't see anyone in those roles. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it'd be they were the characters. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It'd be impossible. I mean, maybe for Bruce Boxleiner, maybe a if I had to cast somebody, maybe um uh I can't even think of it. Bester, I think, would be a good Benedict Cumberbatch. I think Bester would be a really good Benedict Cumberbatch. Um, for any of the Mimbari, Charles Dance. Charles Dance would fit any of like the Mimbari. Maybe Neroon. Maybe War Master Neroon. Um, because he's got that gravitas. Uh, for Michael Garibaldi, it would have to be somebody that's gruff and tumble. Um, but it's got to be somebody smart. Like they have to carry themselves as if they were smart. And that's the thing. I don't know. Ooh, that's tough. Maybe no, because Robert Downey Jr. is too cavalier. Um, I'm thinking about it. I'm stuck. Yeah, I don't know, Quackamo. I think those were the it'd be like I think I'm proving my point. I think Charles Dance would be a really good Minbari. A really good Minbari or a Centauri. Like, I could see that. Charles Dance being a Centauri or a Minbari would be really, really clutch. Um, Narn characters? Oof. Don't know. Don't know about Narns. And they have to keep the funny Centauri hair, otherwise, we know they won't. Oh, actually, speaking about Narns, Idris Elba would be a really good Narn character. I don't know if he could pull off Jakar, but I think he'd be a really good Narn character. Um, I think he'd be a really good Narn character. Uh, Trying to think of who else. Chris Evans, I could see as like an Earth Force officer. Maybe he'd be like one of the ones at the Battle of Babylon 5. Maybe something like that. I forget who was commanding the Churchill. Not the Churchill. Um the Agamemnon. I forget who was commanding the Agamemnon. Oh god. I literally can see his face cuz Hiroshi was commanding the Churchill. This guy was commanding the Agamemnon. No, Agamemnon was fighting against Babylon 5. That's right. He did because he had a real he didn't want because Sheridan didn't want to fire on the Agamemnon. Fuck. It was General Haig's like flagship, or not flagship, but he was flying with General Haig. Captain James. Yeah, Captain James. Yeah, there we go. Because it was Smits on the Roanoke. It was Smits on the Roanoke that was attacking and Agrippa. It was not David Putnam. Yeah, there we go. Fuck. Thank you. Holy shit. Whoo. I was about to turn in my Babylon 5 card. God damn. Yeah, I don't know who could play. I'm thinking of all like I'm thinking of all like major female leads who could play as Delenn. And I can't come up with one. I really can't. Like I know that there's great female actresses, but that didn't that just because you have to capture the and I'm going to say this a lot. You have to capture the gravitas of the actors. And Charles Dance I know could do it. Idris Elba could do it. Um but they're older. That's the problem. Uh Chris Evans could do it, but again, I don't think he'd be a main cast. I think he'd be like a secondary character. Um, Actually, as funny as it would be, Seth Green could probably play as one of the main characters. I think actually Seth Green could be Garibaldi. I think Seth Green is just the amount of sarcastic. I think Seth Green is just the amount of sarcasm for Garibaldi. Maybe not necessarily the presence or the authority of Garibaldi, but that kind of like sarcasm of Garibaldi. I think that Seth Green could do it. Now that I'm thinking about it, I could be wrong. It could be just like I'm just spitballing here. God, women characters, son of a bitch. Ivanova, Jesus, I don't know. Chris Evans is a side character, really? Nah. Well, so like the two I see or the three I see of who would play Cartagia. Ooh, um, actually, I've got somebody. I would say Jackie Gleason. Jackie Gleason could play a really good Cartagia, but I think he would run into the problem of everyone would know him as Joffrey. Like he played Cartagia, he played Joffrey so well that I think like he would never. I don't think he would ever do another like Joffrey character. Um, Actually, Olivia Wilde could be a Talia Winters. Now that I'm thinking about it, she would actually make a really good Psychop. Um, I think she would make a really good Psychop. But yeah, he would be the worst. I'm again like uh. Ooh, actually, who you know who would be a really good Psychop? Sansa Stark. I forget her name, but she would be a really good Psychop. Actually, I take that back. Olivia Wilde, maybe, but Sansa Stark being Talia Winters or Lita Alexander. Actually, yeah, I take that back. Olivia Wilde would be Talia Winters, and then Sansa Stark. Again, I can't remember her name. Sophia Turner. She would make a great Talia Winters. She would make a fantastic. I mean, yeah, fantastic. Oh, sorry, not Talia Winters. Lita Alexander. So, Olivia Wilde as Talia Winters, and then Sophia Turner as Lita Alexander. Fantastic. I think that would be a really good match. Veer Koto. It would have to be somebody because Veer Koto is very much the foil for Londo. Like, but I don't mean like truly opposition because that's obviously Jakar. But I mean like if because Veer for the longest time maintained his innocence about like serving the Republic and trying to do the right thing. Someone round but like smart. Well, obviously round and smart, but I mean, someone that actually had like a conscience. Like Veer was really the only Centauri that truly listened to his inner voice and was like, "This isn't gonna go well. This is dangerous." And truly was like a reformist Centauri. Um, uh, I mean, there were so many good characters, and this is why I'm saying it's really hard to cast. Because those people were their characters. Um, and that's why I'm in the minority. Like I would love to see new Babylon 5 material, but at the same time, I don't think I don't think it can ever be done. Can I hear Londo say, Mr. Morden? And I don't want you making any I don't want you making any more advances or any more deals with Mr. Morden. Otherwise you'll be introduced to the second half of the poison and they'll have a little party in your lower intestines. When he poisons Lord Rifa. Ooh, who would be a good Lord Rifa? Ooh, because that guy was a snake. I don't know. Like, there's so many like we're focusing on the main characters, but there were so many good secondary and tertiary kind of background characters, you know, that they didn't have a whole lot of screen time, but they had an impact. Um, and that's I think what made Babylon 5 really good as a series is that you had I think Lord Rifa was in like a handful of episodes. And then you had your one-offs like the Centauri nobleman whose name I can't remember, but his name was Scatura. He was the dueling his buddy. He was the dueling partner for Orlando. Uh, and like that, like it was just them. The boxing aficionado for that Garibaldi knew from his Mars security days. Um, the Star Fury pilot that literally was told not to fly missions to search the um to find out the shadows, and then literally let the cat out of the bag by ejecting his data recorder, his flight recorder, which then sped up the Shadow War. Like there's Zathras, you know, um, Drawl, who took over the Great Machine on Epsilon 7, I want to say. Um, like there were so many background characters that you didn't really think about until they mentioned them later on. You're like, oh yeah, they still exist, but they were still like, oh, I like Neroon, perfect example. War Master, War Leader Neroon. Um, Natoth, Franklin, yep, Franklin. Marcus, Marcus Cole. Well, the leader of the Rangers. Well, not the leader, but one of the premier Rangers during, and I think he was there throughout season 3 through 4. I want to say, and then he died in 5. Then he died at the end of 4. Um, but yeah, like quite a bit. I think that's what we'll do. We'll do a Babylon watch party one of these days. Actually, I got some leave coming up. I think that's what we'll do for the community. We'll do a Babylon 5 watch party. This is when you realize the cast is pretty damn big. I mean, again, I think it was a TV show. It was a TV show far and above, way and ahead of its time. I'm glad it aired in the 90s because at that point, science fiction TV shows were pretty much the rage. and the cast was pretty damn was pretty good. Um, I think it was lightning in a bottle, and I don't think it'll ever. I don't think Babylon 5 will ever be re. I legitimately think that I don't. I legitimately think Babylon 5 will never be recasted in the same manner and light as it was. And again, it was a pretty damn good show. You could not do it justice. Yeah, and that's the sad part. Again, I'm in the minority. A majority of the fan groups that I am in, that I do talk to on a regular basis, they would love to see a retelling of the story. Um, for me, I think it would only work is that if they kept the original cast, but then refreshed the special effects for like the big space battles. I want to see what they can do, but then again, I don't know. Again, I would I sit and watch it? Absolutely. But my standard would be, it would I would either have to curtail my hopes to be it where it's so abysmally low, like basement level, like on the floor low. Oh no. Oh, that's so upsetting. Oh, that's upsetting. Damn it. I shouldn't have checked a notification. I don't think it'll be good. They'll probably shorten it to be bingeable. Maybe. We'll see. For those of you that don't know, I got a notification on Facebook and I wanted to clear it. Jane Goodall has passed away. For those of you that don't know, Dr. Jane Goodall was a uh, avid researcher of chimpanzees and great apes and all that stuff, and she did a massive amount of studies about their society, how they communicated, the the similarities between humans and chimpanzees and great apes. Um, Damn, I knew she was old, but Jesus, that's upsetting. Uh, Gorillas in the Mist, Dr. Jane? Yes, Dr. Jane Goodall. Oh, that's upsetting. Damn. I was hoping not to break that kind of news on stream. Son of a bitch. Yeah, she did a lot of good work. By the way, Chicken McNugget, I'm sorry if I've been pontificating on Babylon 5. I don't know if you've watched it or not. It's just been it's like one of my childhood shows. That and Farscape, which I know goddamn well will never be remade. It's okay. I just leave you two rambling. I would recommend that you watch it though. If you're interested in dipping your toes into science fiction, Babylon 5 is a good place to start. All right. By the way, how was your day, Chicken McNugget? Sorry, I forgot to. I was in my tirade, and I totally neglected you, and I do apologize. I should not do that. Uh, well, as I said earlier, I didn't do. I mean, I passed my PT test, but I didn't do so hot on it. Um, my runtime was abysmal. So your boy needs to get back into the grind of actually, not being so big back and actually putting on the miles. Put on the miles. I came in my mile and a half at just south of 15 minutes. It was to 14:50, something like that. And so that was no bueno. So now I got to fix that. Honestly, the more I think about it, I could see Idris Alba as Jakar. I mean, yeah. I mean, yeah. You know what? I could see him as Jakar. I really could. Ooh, an interesting selection. Matthew McConaughey as Bester. I could see that. I don't necessarily know how good that'll be, but I could see him being so slick and so slimy. Because he was decent in the Man in the Dark Tower. He was decent in the Dark Tower as the Man in Black. Oh yeah, actually no, he'd be a good Mr. Morden. He really would. Now I think about it, yeah, he'd be a good Mr. Morgan, Mr. Morden. Hear me out. Christian Bale as Mr. Morden. He basically played Patrick Bateman in space. So I see where you're going. I think if I was to do Christian Bale, I think he would be better as a Psychop, as Bester, or as Lorien. I think, or Kosh. I think he'd be a great, like, he's kind of got that otherworldly attitude to him. Or the man who plays Vision. Vision could be Kosh. I forget his name. I forget his name, and that's a bit embarrassing. The man who plays Vision could definitely be Kosh or Lorien. And I think Christian Bale, I think, could be a good Bester. Mr. Morden too, but I'm more leaning to Matthew McConaughey on Mr. Morden, just because of how like he wheels and deals and is trying to like draw out your better, the fake smile, the suit, the slow breathing after his plans go awry. Yeah. No, I get it. I get it. I and I'm not saying that I wouldn't see that, but I think Christian Bale being Bester would probably be a better fit. For those of you that don't know what I'm doing going away gifts for my airmen. I'm trying to finish them up. I've got to do two heads, and then I'm the unfortunate part is I don't have a female head for this last Tempest Silence, so I got to go buy it real quick and make sure that I have it before the airman leaves. Ah, damn it! And of course I drop it in my crotch. Fantastic. I should really have like a drop in crotch counter and just be like, ding! There you go. Put it up on the screen. Swear when I paint for my supporters, I'll have to like I could be like, you too can be really close to the Commissar. Oh, damn it. Oh. Also, we'll have to deal with the fact people will call. I mean, they were calling that. back then too. We just didn't pay attention to it. All right, I'm gonna head out. Thanks. Okay. I hope you have a lovely day, and I hope you get some sleep. Okay. All right. Trying to think of what else I'm gonna do. Alrighty. Oh, it's the that stuff. Such a weird thing is happening every couple of months. I get some Discord Elysium contact on my YouTube. Well, do you play it? I have. Well, that's probably why the algorithm at some point, ad revenue and all that stuff has seen you play Disco Elysium, and so because they've seen you play it, they're advertising to you. The world we live in today. Played a few hours ago. Yeah. This is one of those games that left me speechless at the end. Truly an experience before for being a game. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, oy, sorry, folks. I got a notification and I'm trying to clear it. There we go. There we go. Much better. Oh, I hate notifications like that. Cause so for those of you that don't know, I get a warning hit, um, and it'll pop up on the screen as I'm painting, and I'm like super what's it called, super like I key into it and I get distracted. So I apologize. I apologize. I think for me, a moment like that was um, at the end of Mass Effect 3, before any of the spoilers came out. Um, and you had the basically the ending as it was. I had to pause there because I was just like, that made me mad. Because it was boiled down to decisions that I couldn't countenance with. Um, hey, how I'm doing all right. How are we? No, no. I appreciate you coming on the stream, but I'm not interested in artwork. No, thank you. If you're looking for people to commission or to have commissioners commission you, don't come onto somebody's stream that's and just openly blabbing out that. Yeah, no. I thanks, but no thanks. Um, there's a way of doing that. There's a way of trying to get yourself commissioners or commissionees, I should say. But no, commissioners. Yeah, but that's not the move. Ah, fly. Cult of the Lamb has such good music. Yeah, I believe it. I don't know. I haven't never played the game, so I would be afraid to speak on their behalf. Oh my God, this fly. Damn it. Oh my God, this fly. Hold on, guys. Where is it? This damn thing is driving me nuts. All right, I think I chased it off. Ooh, that was aggravating. Oh, I hate. So for oh, it's back. Of course it is. So for those of you that don't know, in the high desert there are a lot of insects that will buzz around people because they're trying to get moisture, water, all that stuff. And unfortunately, houseflies are very common in the high desert. And no matter how well you debug your house, there's always one or two that pop up unannounced and unwelcomed. It is quite annoying. Anyways, yep. Midnight. I'm gonna have to go snooze-a-roo. Okay, all right. Get some sleep. Late sleep day. Oh, good. Glad. Oh, come on. Be dumb. Come on, land on me again. Land on me so I can actually, like, hit you. Ah, don't land on my face. Ah. Hi, Yarek. Hi, Babas. Come here. Go, Babas. You're such a good puppers. Yeah, you're a good puppers. Arr. Oh, that's a good stretch, buddy. Very good, pupper. Oh. Oh, I haven't finished this. Damn it. I thought I did. Son of a gun. Ah, damn it. All right. Okay. Where's that other flesh tone? There it is. Shallow, shallow brown, bound away to leave you. Shallow, shallow brown, on board a whaler. Shallow, shallow brown, shipped on board a whaler. Shallow, shallow brown, you Juliana. Shallow, shallow brown, love you Juliana. Shallow, shallow brown. Shallow, shallow brown, I leave you with great sorrow. Shallow, shallow brown. It's too watery. Damn it. Let me fix this bristle. There we go. There's the bristle. There we go. Better point. prison wall. Calling. Michael, they have taken you away. For you stole Trevelyan's corn, so the young might see the morn. Now a prison ship lies waiting in the bay. Low lie fields of Athenry, where once we watched the small free birds fly. Our love was on the wing, we had dreams and songs to sing. It's so lonely. Hi, Sebastian. How are we? Oh, I got a double raid. I've got a double raid going on. Hello, hello, hello. My goodness. Hello, hello. How is everybody? Hi. Angie Core, hello. Mercurio, hello. My goodness. Hello, hello, everybody. How are you? Batter up. Yep. I can't wait for tomorrow's stream. I am so excited for tomorrow's stream. I really cannot wait. I cannot wait. I'm going to be very, very happy. I'm so glad you guys are here. It's going to be fun diving with you and Tiny Gray people. How was the stream? Did you guys do co-op, multiplayer? Like what'd you guys do? I know I saw you were doing Dawn of War. Sure to live and hope and pray for love in Botany Bay. So lonely around the fields. I hope everyone did good. I can't wait. I can't wait to hell dive with you guys. I really can't. What'd you guys do for Dawn of War? Sail down against the sky. For she'll live and hope and pray for her love in Botany Bay. So lonely around the fields of Athenry. It's so lonely around the fields of Athenry. It's a really good song. Terminis, put away. All right, so I want to just say hi to Godrin the Lionhearted, Moody Mule, Tiny Gray People, obviously Mercurio, Booty Felon. Hello, everybody. That's an awesome name, Moody Mule and Booty Felon. That's a fantastic. I am curious how you came up with that one. And of course, Nyaya. How was everyone's day? I hope good. Sorry, I'm just trying to get this last crack. What else? In the void, young men are deployed, and where the stars never gleam. With a last stand, with bolters in hand, drunk on our enemy's screams. Sun is grown colder, and the warp goes so wide, where we carry his will. We sail ever on through the cosmic tide. Entities pledge we fulfill. So destruction. We sow what we reap. As through blood and steel. Whichever must we keep. One shall we kneel. For the Emperor's will, the Imperium's dream. Hammers of justice ring out through their screams. There's of power and chainsword and flame, all in the Emperor's name. Watch every heretic cleanse them in flame. Turd and broken we stand. The brothers are we, one and the same, by the word of one man. There's a ring and battle drums beat. These are lives that we own. The might of our warships, the strength of our fleet. Just rain down below. Emperor's will, the Imperium's dream. So justice ring out through their screams. So of power and chainsword and flame. Snake. And then shoulder to shoulder we stand. Treacherous plague shall fall on these lands, by the pact that we've made. For the Emperor's will, the Imperium's dream, just ring out through their screams. Those of power and chainsword and flame, all in the Emperor's name. For terror, for glory, we've sworn. Cleanse them in flame, in God Emperor's name. Oh, Bubba's, what's wrong? Do you need to go to the bathroom? All right. Hold on. I'll be right back, guys. I gotta let him out. Yeah, okay, we'll go. Come on. Come on. Oh no! Damn it! All right. Okay, it wasn't too bad. All right. Okay, I'm gonna finish these heads and glue them on, and then we should be good to go. And then I'll end the stream because I do have some stuff I need to get done today. Okay. Hi, tiny great people. How are you? I'm excited for our hell dive tomorrow. I'm okay. On the Discord, I posted that I didn't have a decent PT score. I mean, I had a passing score, but I wanted to get a 90, and I got an 85 instead because my runtime was abysmal. Like everything else was fine score wise, but like, and I guess the runtime was a decent score, but or sorry, was was a good score, but it still was. I ran a lot faster in previous PT tests, so I'm kind of disappointed in myself. Like I said, passing PT test, got an 85. I wanted to get an excellent, which was a 90, um, or at least a 90 or higher score wise. But like I said, my mile and a half came in at 14 minutes, or sorry, almost 15 minutes, and that's not. It just didn't give me enough points. Gave me enough points to pass, but not enough points to score excellent, which is I was kind of bummed about that. Like I said, but at least I know what I need to work on. Need to put miles on my body. I have no choice. I got to do better. But yes, yes, I'm going to keep that positivity. Damn it. That eye is all cockeyed. Here, we need to switch brushes if we're going to do that. Ah, shh. I'm so tired of building war dogs. War dogs for like the Space Marines, or war dogs as in like for like Beastmen or something, or Skaven. My buddy's making a Chaos Knight army, and he's paying me to build them because his pile of shame is much bigger than mine. Oh, so you got Chaos War Dogs. Ooh, yeah. I mean, I guess they're easy, and it's good that he's paying you. Oh, fuck me. I gotta be careful when I'm doing them. 7 of them. Oh, that's not too bad. Are they just complicated sprues? Rip, still have to build my 2 war dogs. Are the sprues complicated? Not really, just burnt out from building my knight armigers. Well, okay, so I will say this. If you are burnt out from the hobby, take a break. Like, yeah, we have piles of shame, and yeah, we're like, oh, I just gotta grind this. But you're never gonna do your best if you're dreading. And I know, again, pot calling, kettle black, hypocrisy, thy name is Commissar. I do it all the time. But at the same time, I also recognize um, that I do need a break. And I do need sometimes just to take a step back and, you know, not put so much pressure on myself. Um, when we talk about uh, the hobby and whatnot. All right, that's much better. Like I'll be honest, it's taken me a while to build these three guardsmen for going away gifts, but I know I got to do them because I won't live with myself if I don't get them done. A king he was on carven throne. Oh shit! Too watery. Damn it! I hate it when I do that. I feel like I got just enough of the mixture and it is too watery. All right. Especially when it's like fine detail, like eyeballs. Ooh, I hate that. I hate that. Then went Orin's folk. Alrighty. Up is wrong, no shame falls. All right, and now the yellow for the beret. The shadow lies upon his tomb in Moria in Khazad-dûm. damn it. Too watery. Son of a bitch. I hate that. Hey, Andy, how are you? Uh, I'm good. Been working through all my Sephiron. They're coming along. How are you? They're doing. I'm doing okay. As I said about on Discord, I was like, I screwed up my PT test. Oh, I didn't screw up. I scored an 85. That's a really good score, but it's not excellent. And I've been trying to get. This was the last time that our PT test is going to be this, or second to last time, I should say. This is for our form for this particular format before it changes to the new format. And I was really hoping to score a 90 on this one, but my mile time was not solid. It was kind of crap. So, or my mile and a half time was kind of crap. Uh, I was just shy of 15 minutes. I got 14:40, 14:51, and I thought I was doing okay, but then I hit a wall, and for whatever reason I couldn't get over it. So that just means I gotta hammer out uh, a better. I just gotta hammer out a better run score, and I gotta put more miles on my body. So still passing, but I prefer to get excellent ratings. So yeah, I did good on everything else. The hand release push-ups I maxed out, and then the sit-ups I almost passed that on. Yeah. Yeah. It was just I was bummed out because I could have done a 12-minute mile and a half and been good about that, but it was kind of abysmal. Thank you very much, Harlow the Hawk, for following. But yeah, I was that's why a little I'm a little off today. And now you get to improve instead of have to improve. Well, changes towards mindset. Yeah, but at the same time, I mean, I understand what you're saying, and I do get that idea. I just don't want to be like lying to myself, or being dishonest to myself, especially as like an NCO that leads people. It's like, there's only one way, and that's up. And in such examples where you are an NCO, you know, uh, the standard is a zero sum game. Yeah, but you don't have to be cruel to yourself either. A valid assessment. A valid assessment. There we go. Okay, that's how that works. Are you painting heads? I am. I'm sorry if you guys aren't seeing it, but I am painting heads. No, you're good. I'm bad at eyes. I'm bad at eyes too. This is me struggling to make it at least somewhat decent. Looking good. It is a struggle to do eyes and small details like that. Thank you though. Thank you for the compliment. I do appreciate the the lovely words. They look good. Oh, okay. Well, thank you. Like I said, I struggle with faces. Um, it's only recently that I've actually varied in skin tones and all that stuff. Because I did try to make a lot of my army, multi skin toned at one point when I just started out, and unfortunately, it looked very bad to the point of like I didn't want people to think I was being cartoonish with skin tones, so I just stuck with fair white skin tones until I could master making other skin tones um, more natural. That's why I do monsters. When someone says that, I can be like, I never know. I've never seen one in person. I have to fix that. Yeah, I mean that's one way of like fixing skin tones and all that stuff. But to me, because I'm doing people, um, I don't I don't want to do something that's considered disrespectful or because you do have those painters, those edge lords that like when they do skin tone, they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna make this cringeworthy." Ha, yuck. And I, one, don't tolerate that shit, and two, I would never, ever, 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 ever reduce something to a caric caricature. So, um, you know, we respect people in this house, and that's why I'm playing dinosaurs. So no less, so less skin tones. Yeah, I dislike those types of painters slash people. All right, now the pièce de résistance. I get to write with a paintbrush. So let's figure this out, shall we? You get to see how shaky my hand is with the paintbrush now. To me, and I just, I don't like it when people. I was looking at orcs for October, but didn't find anything I wanted. Yeah, orcs are definitely on the back burner for me. I want to do orcs, but I gotta revamp my guard army first, and then do all the gifts for everybody. Son of a bitch, that's too thick. There was deciding between bikes and choppas. I don't know. That might want to look again when wifey gets home. That way I can have her input. Oh, that's nice that your spouse helps you with the hobby. That's always nice. Ah, fuck. So whenever I'm indecisive, I follow the coin flip method. If I really don't care and want both items, I do a coin flip. However, in the rare off chance that when I do the coin flip, I instantly regret the result, I buy the opposite thing. And the reason why I do that coin flip thing is because I think that that's like my mind telling me what I really want, and I'm just being like overthinking and indecisive. Okay, say that one more time. Open a page and full of volume on it. Definitely. Okay, so if you all right, this is what I say, and you can kind of apply this to everything, but take this with the grain of salt that it's given. In Whenever you're making a decision, a true decision, when it's like a hobby or you feel like you are overthinking something and you're trying to figure out what you want to do, right? You take a coin, right? And you flip it. And there's two versions of this, right? The first is that if you truly don't care and you're being indecisive, you're like, oh, I want both, but I know I can't have both, so I'm going to flip this coin. And you really don't have you could go either way, right? And you flip the coin and you get the result, and then you just pick the result, right? But, and this is the second part of it. If you flip the coin, get the result, and then look at it, and then immediately you feel, ah, damn, I wish I was the other one. Go with the other, like if you feel some sort of regret or tinge of everything, listen to that, because that's your subconscious telling you what you maybe really want, which is, oh, I should get that. Do it that way. It works. I think it applies effectively to hobbies. I think it applies effectively to like minor decisions that sometimes with the noise of the world, it gets drowned. Your cognitive ability gets kind of burned out, and you're drowned out, and then like your subconscious takes a back seat, right? Or what what you truly want kind of takes a back seat. So do it that way. Now it may not work. You may not get that like instant like, oh damn. It may not work for you, but I seriously think that if you try that, it can make some stuff a little better, right? Don't obviously do it on major decisions or anything. Do it on stuff that um that you feel somewhat indecisive on, like hobbies. What do I want to have for dinner? Do I want like stuff that if you're not like trying to focus on a self embetterment regimen, then you should just do it occasionally. Yeah, a decision paralysis. That's what I think. But again, don't do it on big things. Like do it on the small stuff. Never ever ever let your big decisions rely on a coin flip or a dice roll. Oh, I screwed up his name. Son of a gun. Oh damn! I was gonna coin flip the house purchase. Yeah, don't do that, please. I am not a financial advisor or anything like that. I got to put that legal out there. I am not a financial advisor. This is just something that I've done in the past for minor things. Minor things. Do I want fish or pasta tonight? Oh, fish. That kind of a deal. Like minor things. So just one of my ideas for October is orcs jousting with. That's totally cool. That's amazing. I want to see that. I want to see that so bad. And the thing is that the lances have to be comically large. So like the orcs on the bikes is one thing, but the lances have to be like ridiculously massive. One lance should be like the arm of a knight titan, or like the armature gun of the autocannon. That should be, oh my god, that would be hilarious. And then one of the orcs should have like just like as a wink and a nod to jousting, one of the orcs should have like a badly fitting Bretonian helmet like on the side of his head. Like that I would, oh man. That's a great idea. Obviously that's if you have the supplies, like duh. Um but I think it'd be hilarious. Oh shit. That's my Orktober sculpt. Again, only if you have the parts, right? If you don't have the parts, I wouldn't suggest it just because it's like really bit intensive. Um uh but I would I just I think that that'd be a solid scene to make. Oh, excuse me. God damn it. All right. Yeah, I'm pumped about that. Maybe I'll snag a big one of the big ones, just a little ones, puts them in the bleachers. Yeah, no, totally. Hold on, I gotta make sure I do the spelling of this guy right. Yeah, okay. All right. Okay, so we're done. Don't touch the don't touch the names. I just finished those. There we go. There's our finished guys. I can get them to, if I can get the thing to zoom in, if I can get the camera to zoom in. Maybe it's because it's too bright. There we go. All right, but that's it. We're done with that. So, and then this one where I need a female head. So I got to go get that. Get a female head, and then we'll finish this one. And then we're done. And then that's it. And I'm excited. All right. Thank you everyone for watching. My name is Commissar Hecht. I'll see you guys in the next episode. If you like what you see, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Sorry I have to get going, but I got to go pick up my kids. And this was going to be a short stream anyway. But I'm happy that these guys got done. I will talk to you guys in the next episode. It'll probably be tonight. I don't know what I'm going to be doing. And then tomorrow, Thursday, we are going to be doing a co-stream with Tiny Gray People and Sebastiana. It's going to be hell diving. We're going to start that around 11:30-ish Pacific Standard Time. And I hope you guys enjoy the hell diving and the madness that comes with it. And I will see you guys in the next episode. And yeah, bye bye.